see. And we're testing. Okay. And after some time away, we're back to date everything. And I forgot to check my save file about how many I've met. But we do still have to keep going back to other ones if I want points to improve. And also, I want Reggie. So, let's try again to talk to the dresser. It's hard to make sense of what you're saying. Are the Dateviators glitching? A mass of pixels, artifacts, corrupted warnings, and static regard you with chilly indifference. Or what seems like indifference, anyways. This entity is difficult to read. I don't bite. I think. Do I? Well, do you or don't you? I did. Have we met? Not yet. Is that a lie? Is he right? Is it a lie? Thinking about it too hard makes your head hurt and your nose bleed. It is. Not yet. It is stuck saying that. Is this frustrating? Oh, wait. No, it's supposed to be like that. It is. Yeah. Would you tell me if it was? Well, you can't, so. Would you lie? Let me save you the trouble. Not yet. And yet. And yet. And yet. You want something. Pick your poison. Define love. The absence of loneliness. Absence. Love. Like this? We've met Dina. I didn't think she'd be a black chick. Alright. So, points. Hang on. Why is it doing that? Done. You met a new dateable. Also, we dated a new dateable. Apparently, I guess. See? You okay?
I tripped again.
I assume this is part of dating Dina. Alright, so now you know. Hey, hang on. That is gonna bug me as you can see my. There we go. Alright, so we've met Dina. Now, if you play this game and you play with her, you know it's working if it does that. I'm not sure why they chose to make her glitchy, but those are all the pictures I've ever seen of her. So, guess that's that. Oh, right. We have to be mean to Jeremy because we need to sacrifice someone. Oh, hi. I'm on vocal rest right now, so I'm not too tired for the work week. Trying my best to rest, anyhow. You're welcome to swing by the show another night if you like. Well, at least I talked to you again. Okay, I have to talk to her just before it's dark, then? I mean, not today, obviously. By the way, where was I supposed to go? I don't know. I have a space that I want to be in, aside from the Electro Twins. A colorfully dressed board gamer beams at you, but even though his expression is ostensibly friendly, something about his energy is a little off. His smile a little too wide, his stare a little too intense. You feel rather like a mouse that's just been spotted by a bored house cat. Why, gee, gosh, golly, and a Heidi ho. Stop it. I'm Parker, the board games. And away we go. Parker? Parker Bradley? Hey, isn't that's the parody of a company, isn't it? I'm Parker, the board games, blah, blah, blah. Hi, I guess. Hi there, and do I love meeting new people to play with? And do I need new people to play with these days? I'm awful lonely up here in the big old attic. I mean, you got the dominatrix right there at PG-13. But you seem like a nice sort of gal already. Maybe you could be my next relationship. Would you like that? Sure, why not? I don't care. Oh boy, if only it were up to me. You see, my whole deal with relationships has to do with rules. I love rules. If you want any sort of relationship with me, good or bad, we have to go through the rules. Want to hear them? As they pertain to me? As they pertain to my whole deal and how this is going to turn out? Sure, I guess. I don't care. Glorious! In order to achieve a relationship with me, you must play these board games 3. If you beat me or unseat me, more chances for love will greet thee. At the end of a roll, a die to achieve a status. This, in the end, will be our dating apparatus. So our relationship is up to chance. Ultimately, yes, but your actions during each game can change the weight of the die. The more you win, the more chances to love me. What if I want to hate you? Yeah, that's right, fuck you. No. Okay, that seems really hard to wrap my head around. Interesting, I like a challenge. No, we're gonna be nice. I mean, how often am I actually gonna talk to him? There's too many other people, and apparently I'm a hoe and a pimp. Teehee, I'm falling in love with you. Just kidding. Only the final roll will tell me how I feel about you. Next, meet me here next time for our first game, Sandyland. Okay, can't wait. Wowee. That reminds me of, I don't know how many people still watch them. They have like a different crew, the Studio C. They were trying to change the name of Candyland to make it more healthy. And yeah. Well, what else was I looking for? I was looking for something else, wasn't I? Hmm. I don't want to talk to the. What's this? Guide to Romance? Oh, that's cute. Is this a Tal guy or is there a different? No, it's him. Tyrell yawns and stretches. He looks as if he might have been napping. What time is it? Did I oversleep? It's nice of you to come by when I'm off peak hours. Sorry that my shelf isn't more done up. I'm not much of a guest, Tal, you know. Guests aren't allowed in my house. I'm surprised you don't have any more guests. You could totally throw a party in this closet. I would rather not. So am I. Still, I'm content with using the time in here to think of ways to fold my fabric friend into new shapes. Which, since you came by, you get to see my newest. Oh, I never know what to call it. Creation formation? Design? No, it still sounds too stiff. Oh, how about this? Let me introduce you to the newest iteration of my buddy. Sure. Towel turtle? That doesn't look like a turtle. That looks like a turtle. Let me tell you, it took us a couple tries to get the shell just right. But it was worth it. Is this what you do with your time? And you do better? I see how much you look at Phoenicia. Don't be jealous of her curves. This really is just a thing for me, a way for me to express myself. Plus, me and my buddy have a special bond. What's so special about the towel turtle? They are more than just a towel turtle. Remember when you got me from the thrift store? I was wrapped around my towel buddy. I remember you saying it was good as new. Well, let me tell you, I've seen some massive spills in my day. Things you wouldn't believe. Do you know what pasta sauce can do to grout? It ain't pretty. Why was pasta in the grout? But I didn't have to take on the task alone. Nope, there was a team of us, all dedicated to helping keep things nice and dry. I was happy with my friends working together. Well, we used to hang out in the bathroom bar most nights and just chill. There's a bar in your old bathroom? Yeah, the towel bar. Ugh. Towel buddy over here would do tricks turning into different things making us laugh. Every colored towel you could think of all in one place, and the linen closet always a party. Sometimes it was so full you couldn't get a shelf. Those were good times. Where's everyone else? It makes me shudder to think. It was a day that will go down in infamy. It was spring, it was raining something crazy, and our owner had their grandkids over. Rain, children, towels. You guessed it. All 7 grandchildren came over. All 7 of them decided to play in the mud. And when they came back, they just started snatching my friends from the closet. Tal, Buddy, and I watched in horror. They took them all one by one, but me, I was on the bottom and I just saw it happen. I whispered to myself, those are some tough towels, they'll be fine. But when they came back from the laundry room a few days later, it was too late. They had become. He pauses as though overwhelmed by the horror. Rags. What's the big deal about that? I'm emotional here. Do you really have to ask that? You gotta be stain resistant to stay in the game. That grape juice, you can't let it stick to you. But if you let mud stay on a towel for days, it can be too much. I know that if Watford and Driscoll had been there, it would have been a different story. They could have saved a few of them, but the stain got in too deep. The way they were treated was way too much for them. When the rest became rags, our old boss wanted a completely new set. He saw that I was still strong and decided to donate me. That sounds very dramatic. It is, though. It was a hell of a disaster, but I had my little buddy with me and we kept each other company. And I knew I would make it. I'm resilient. It's in my fibers. Can I see your hand? I guess. You extend your hand to Tyrell and he takes it, his touch gentle and unassuming. When you touch me by hand, what do you feel? I don't know. Fabric softener? You felt it too. But there's something else. Feel the texture of my hand. The way I'm made. Soft but sturdy, hard-working yet comforting. I'm warm. Yep. I can see his happy trail. PG-13. You noticed, eh? And my little buddy here helps me channel all those bad things into a way I can express my emotions. All that to say, I'm premium. That's why they call me Lord of the Rings. Stop it. You get it? I get it and I don't love it. I hate it, actually. After all that, you still want to do the same work? I'm surprised you still love what you do. Both acceptable. Well, you want to know a secret? Sure. Picture it. The music of summer playing over a speaker, perhaps Bluetooth. The smell of a sea salt, tight canvas in the air. To your right, one of those tall lifeguard stands that someone in bright red shorts sits on. To your left, a couple that most likely had an argument in the car. They both try to make the best of the day. It's super awkward. And there I am with you, stretched out in the sand, a giant umbrella behind us blocking out the sun. And us just chilling. Can you guess what I want to do? Something PG-13. Beach towels have it made. They just lay in the sand all day, taking in all the sights. At night, they get to sit next to a fire and listen to someone play one of the 3 songs they know on guitar. I'd still get to dry people off, and the sun would help me do my job better. And who could ask for a better view? Clear blue waters, open skies, my towel buddy would be there too. And someone's butt would be in your face. I see what you're into. Oh, I could fold you into a fish or a seagull. Would you want me to go with you? Yeah, of course, we have to go together. Just promise me you won't get mad if I track sand in the car. It's kind of a hazard of the job. Yeah, I don't think I can leave the house yet. It isn't like it has to be right now or anything, just eventually. Stop thinking about it. It's a dumb idea. Why change anything? You're great here. Yeah, I'm not satisfied with either of those. It would be fun, but it's nice to know I'm appreciated, I guess. I didn't realize how much I needed to hear that. I do great work here, don't I? Sure, I can get annoyed with certain people singing in the shower all night, and sometimes the work can seem thankless. But you just reminded me that I'm made for this kind of life. And hell, I look good doing it. You sure do. I guess. I can forget that sometimes. You get so caught up in everything in the day-to-day that you lose sight of who you are. I appreciate you for reminding me of all of this. You know what? I have an idea. Hold on. Tyrell walks up for a few moments. When he returns, you notice the towel buddy he carries has a new shape. Now it's an elephant. Tyrell walks off for blah blah blah. I didn't see it. Look at them, so cute. Right? Now, Towel Buddy will help me remember how lucky I really am. Thanks for hearing me out. I haven't told that story to anyone. It's nice to be heard. I'm glad that you showed me so much support. I'm gonna go play with Towel Buddy. We'll check you later. And now we're friends, which means I get more points, yes? Yes. I don't want to be friends. I want to do the do. Well, one more person. I guess I can talk to the fuse box again. You approach the breaker box, and it isn't anything like you remember. It looks almost lifeless. There's no boisterous cloud, and the sign buzzing dully in the window reads closed. The door hangs ajar like a slack mouth. You push through, though, and find Eddie at the end of the bar, nursing his usual cocktail. Huh? You actually showed up. I guess that means I lose. Lose what? Made a bet. I was pretty sure you'd back out. But I guess there's still time. You probably changed your mind once you realized what you signed up for. Yeah, probably just to spite you, and then I'll be here anyways. I just noticed those are plugs on his cuffs there. Fascinating, I think. Eddie sets down his drink and shrugs out of his vest. He begins rolling up his sleeves. I told you I want to help. I don't have the guide up, so hopefully we say the right things. Still not sure why exactly, but whatever. As long as you're here, might as well get to it. There's a lot to do before we open. Why is the club closed? Can't exactly get much done with the entire house crammed in here. Usually, I take care of all the maintenance after hours, but we've been so slammed lately that there hasn't been enough time. Things are breaking down faster than I can get to them. And trying to do anything while the club is open is essentially pointless. There's always questions and distractions and polite conversation. It's exhausting. It is. I hate it when people talk. So that's what we're doing, maintenance, and that's why the power is all weird, because you're behind on some handiwork. I don't know. All things need maintenance. Nothing, no matter how well made, can function indefinitely. Eventually, we all wear down, one way or another. That's not true. My door handle still works well from when I first moved in. And if something isn't given proper maintenance, they break down even faster. Are you saying a Volt is wearing down? What happens if a thing wears out completely? I think you're not supposed to mention Volt, if I remember. Then it becomes useless, doesn't it? Come on, we're starting with the wiring backstage, and grab that tool bag. Though you're not a natural handyman and Eddie is not a teacher, the two of you managed to make decent progress through his to-do list. At one point, Eddie leaves you alone to get something from the bar, and you confidently ascend the ladder to change a dead bulb. But as Eddie returns, wait, be careful, that's not... The ladder suddenly gives way beneath you, releasing you into the thin air. But in a split second later, Eddie's there, strong arms outstretched to catch you. Stable. That's reading like a Wattpad story. Are you alright? The customary ice in Eddie's eyes just for a moment has melted. Yeah, I guess. I did it on purpose. As Eddie releases you, his face contorts back into its customary gruff expression. That was unbelievably careless. What were you trying to do exactly? What you told me to do? I told you to replace the one behind the bar. Oops. The floorboard under these lights is loose, which is why I told you not to touch them yet. Oh, not to touch them. Well, maybe just say that next time instead of being so cryptic. I don't know. Neither one of these sounds right. Just pay more attention. I will. But not really. You're sure you're not hurt? I'm good. I guess. Maybe I'm injured. Higher. PG-13. Let's not make a habit of it. Now, go get the ladder and put it behind the bar this time. Never. The next and last phase of your work proceeds without incident. That's a lie. I don't know, any one of those. You've done surprisingly adequate work, mostly. And I only dropped the tools 3 times. Well, I had a pretty good teacher. You had an excellent teacher. Now, if you'd only had a pretty good teacher, you probably would have electrocuted yourself twice. I don't know. I think you only need one good electrocution, right? And we get through more of the to-do list than I expected. That's probably good enough for today if you want to, head out. Or I could stay and hang out for a bit. Come on, I'm dying here. Let me see it for a few minutes. I don't know. I can't think. I suppose if you want to rest before you leave, that's fine. Did we fix everything? I still don't understand how any of this actually helps. I suddenly feel awkward and self-conscious. Again, none of these work in my brain. We'll just go with the top one. Not everything. These things take time. Look, next time we'll get the rest. Just need to do a little more work and it'll be all fixed. You alright? I guess. I'm always okay. And there was that. I don't even remember when I started recording. But I feel accomplished because we talked to Dina. Well, why is it all sparkly? Don't you shake your trunk at me? Honestly. Alright. I want to try and find one more thing that I know not which I do. I don't actually know what I'm supposed to be looking for now that I think about it, because the wrong thing popped up for what I thought. I should bother Hector again. And I should talk to Parker some more. But I'm not gonna. At least not in this episode. I realize I haven't talked to her in a while either. And for the umpteenth time, someone tell me where the dust bunny is. Maybe it didn't actually mean the couch. I give up. It's just like Reggie. I have to find out where this character is. Also, I forgot to get the DLC, so I'm also missing even more characters. Let's see. Dust Bunny, date everything. Oh, I see a picture of her. Should I know who that is? I might know who that is. I don't know. Am I just supposed to sit and wait? Well, I feel better because I saw a picture of her. But the hint to find her doesn't make any sense. Nope, I don't want to talk to Curtain Rod. Oh, I read that wrong. There it is. I didn't know that you had to interact with the couch in order to get her to pop up. How cute. Look at her. She's voluptuous. You see a curvy, gray-haired beauty dressed in an outfit reminiscent of a famous old gentleman's magazine. She winces at the bright light you've brought with you. A cute bunny-shaped creature is clutched in her arms. That's not bunny-shaped. That looks like a hairball with a face and little feetsies. Oh my goodness, this is bright. Startled me a bit there. You startled me. Are you alive? No, not alive yet. My name's Dolly, and I'm a dust bunny. I live under this big old couch, which means that Ko's always sitting on her and doing PG-13 things. I've been looking for her since, what, not episode 1, episode 2? It's been a long time. Well, I live lots of places. I suppose you could say I'm a bunny of the world. You mean of my harem hut. The floors of the world, at least. So she's also on top of Florence. There is a questionable threesome. And this here's my little companion, Lint Eastwood. Stop it. She holds the little creature close. Nope. Put a finer point on it, why don't you? I don't think so. Apologies, I've never met such a gorgeous grime before. My stars, I didn't know I had a sweet talker on my hands. Do you? I'll be honest with you, flirting isn't my love language. I'm a bunny who's more than she appears. Well, nobody has a love language. Everybody is about as dull as they get. Got a minute to chat? Getting to know you time already. Alright, I'm game. What's on your mind? I heard once that dust is made mostly of sloughed off skin cells. Oh, I don't think that's the way to get her attention. Now that's what I'm talking about. Listen, I just got out from under that couch. Let me stretch these dusty gams and hop around a bit. I'll be right here warming myself by the fireplace if you want to come back sometime, though. I'm sure I'd like to see you again. Oh yeah, sounds awesome. Okay, see, I can't even remember the fireplace's name. But yeah, Dust Bunny gets around, doesn't she? Anyways, this is probably long enough. But I felt like after the, I guess, intended glitch, we could add a little bit more time. There's no smoke detector? I think that's a little offensive. Wait, no, it did light up. But, so, like and subscribe if you feel so moved, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!